We are there.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the two 14-year-olds dying in a drive-by shooting by accident podcast.
That is what went by his generic Fox News app on his Samsung device.
Yeah, I got great value Fox News right now. It's the Samsung TV Fox News. It's not even like get like the Ingram report. I don't get like Sean Hannity. I don't get
You don't get the John Hamm report? That's sad.
I don't get the John Pork report. Who's that other guy that's like kind of funny? I forget what his name is.
Mr. Shapiro.
It's the other guy. No, he's on Daily Wire. What's that guy's name?
Tucker Carlson.
Tucker's not on Fox anymore.
Hannity.
It's not Hannity.
Gutfield.
Yeah, Gutfeld. Greg Gutfeld. Yeah, I don't get that either on Walmart Fox News. And honestly, it's the worst Fox News. Like, I know a lot of people are like, "Oh, Fox News is trash. It's Republican propaganda," which it is.
Yeah.
But this is like the worst Republican propaganda I have ever seen in my life. I swear to God, it's boring. They don't have like one-liners. They're not like, they don't have Gutfield like calling people on air. Like, there's nothing. It's the most boring shit I've ever seen in my life.
I really like
Fox
Gutfield.
News oriented.
I really like Gutfield just for Tyrus, the former pro wrestler. Because
why did he have Tyrus on the show?
Yeah, Tyrus is a co-host on Gutfield.
Really?
Yeah.
What are his qualifications?
I have no clue. I think he was verified on Twitter, and Gutfield said, "Sure, let's put this guy in." But
that's all it takes, I guess.
I mean, that's how Nick Mullen got on that Red Eye show or whatever. He was verified on Twitter or some shit. And they were like, "Yeah, let's just put him on Red Eye."
Yeah, I think he joked. He sent them a joking tweet like, "Hey, put me on the show," and they were like, "Okay." I was like, "Oh."
They just took his bluff immediately. Oh, that's so cool. I wish if the pod ever got super duper crazy, right? I really hope I can poll on Twitter and see if I can randomly get on like local news.
Dude, I would love to. Dude, you have no idea how much I'd love to be a Fox News correspondent. The podcast. Fox News' podcast correspondent.
Ooh.
Cigarette Tony.
You're in character all the time.
Yeah, I have to be in character. They quite literally on Red Eye, they had Odorous Urungus from Guar before he died. They had him on there as an they called him the intergalactic correspondent.
Ooh.
And he says some pretty funny shit on that one, I will say.
If they put Destiny on it, what would his correspondent label be?
Sucking penis in the backseat of a car correspondent, probably. That's something he did recently, right?
I think it was him and Fuentes in a hotel, if I remember.
No,
right.
there's a video of Destiny giving head.
It was in a hotel, I thought.
It was in a hotel.
Yeah, it was Fuentes. He was like, "Oh, I love you, Fuentes. I love you so much."
Destiny sucks.
You probably should have put that on your phone.
No, I don't care.
Jesus. Come on, man. Yeah, at least have safe search off. Because, like, Jesus.
No.
Be on incognito, dog.
Destiny streamer. This is for work. I'm doing this for work.
This is research. I swear, this is research.
I keep getting a bunch of, like, stupid...
Well, the thing is, Destiny is like a generic lady name, too. So it gets covered up by generic lady name results.
I don't know why I just see this thing that's I'd like to make a formal apology to Nick Fuentes. For some reason that got me for a second.
Destiny's in the middle of just like all these controversies, and then he's like, sorry for sucking your shit, dude. Sorry.
Let's just look up Destiny leaks. I think I got too specific with my search.
Hmm.
Not Destiny 2. Come on.
Yeah, not the video game. Even though the video game is good, according to one of our friends on the Cookbook Discord. I'm not saying the full name of the Discord, but it does have Cookbook in it. So that's fine. I saw
how to we learned how to cook a fresh dolphin.
I went to
went Chinese with that. I could have said dog or cat or like fucking vole. I could have said any other animal.
I went to good old Barnes and Noble the other day, and I was looking through the library of books they have, and I saw a new Diary of the Wimpy Kid.
What's it called? I'm probably going to get it for Christmas from my grandma.
It's called Hot Mess. It'd be funny if the plot of Hot Mess is Greg Heffley having a beauty issue. He's like, I'm not hot enough for all the girls. What the fuck? And that's the whole plot.
It's about him fucking premature ejaculating in his pants. Hot mess.
I just know he's been trapped in middle school since we were in elementary school. So,
yeah, dude, they're really pulling a fucking Bart Simpson on Greg Heffley.
Yeah, there needs to be a time skip where Greg is like a foot taller and he doesn't like anybody. He's just edgy
one of the
as hell.
I think I have one of the Diary of a Wimpy Kid books here because I have all of them. Except for Roderick Rules, I think. I might have that one. I forget. I know that I think if I'm missing one, that's the one I'm missing. Yeah. Or no, it's The Last Straw. I'm missing The Last Straw.
Yeah.
I don't have that one anymore.
I'm down by about 3 of them, I think.
Dude, dog, you are messing up the game.
Yeah. I didn't even have like a crazy collection until recently, like in the past 5 years. And then I was just like...
You recently got into Diary of a Wimpy Kid?
No, I had 1 through like 7 or 8.
Yeah.
Something like that. And then I was like, oh, fuck, there's like 6 more of these. I need to get these. So I outright was like, for one Christmas, just catch me up. Catch me up on the Diary of the Wimpy Kid books, please.
Yeah.
I want to sell the whole collection when I'm 40 and it costs like $2. Please, just do that for me, please. It's the same thing with I should have been looking at fucking volume 4 of Dragon Ball Z while I was over there, because I have that manga.
You know what Book Talk is?
Is it there's this lady on Instagram that she just shows her ass for like the first 4 seconds for retention. And then she talks about the book for the rest of the time. Is it that lady?
I would assume she's part of that whole community. I don't know. It's basically just like millennial and Gen Z women, and they buy literary pornography. And they're like,
oh, gosh.
Here is why I love this book.
Oh.
I like when Jason has sex with Regina. And when it felt like I was there, it felt like I was being fucked by Jason the whole time. And but I was it's imagine being a Book Talk account that just does Diary of a Wimpy Kid.
Lady on Instagram, because literally the first frame is just her ass on a like full display, and then it goes straight into talking about the book. It's the craziest thing. That makes no sense, but it keeps popping up on my feed. I'm like, I don't know why. I have like random bullshit memes from like the Middle East on my feed, and then I get random shots of the ass, man. Like, it makes no sense. It's so strange. It's kind of funny though, because on Reels, it's just the most stupid shit all the time. Or just like people doing the TikTok music over everything kind of style. And then there's just one dude dying for for one recommended video. I'm like, what? What do you mean?
Yeah, no, I'll get that sometimes. Well, it depends on, you know how on Instagram Reels you're scrolling and there's just like it's like a stack of Oreo cookies, but it's just Reels.
Yeah.
And it's brain rot.
Yeah.
It depends on which one I click on because it's always a hot girl. And I'm like, okay, I could go for a hot girl right now. So I click on it and then it either sends me on like racism, conspiracy theory, or horror video. And then in between all that shit is like funny brain rot fucking memes.
And then the other like 10% is just ass. Just a person's butt in your face.
It isn't even that. It's just the first one I click on is always ass.
Yeah.
And then the rest of them it's like oh, what would look at Israel. Oh man. Oh, these people or it's like
did you see the solar eclipse over at blank on September 5th, 2006?
It's like a creepypasta put to video or it's like you know, oh, what is this strange craft flying around? It's probably the Jews or some shit like that. That's like pretty much what my Reels generally will devolve into.
The most conspiracy
and
thing
cat videos.
The most conspiracy thing I get is like, what if Mr. Beast was actually the Skibbity toilet the entire time? And then they talk about it for like 20 minutes.
I fucking wish I got conspiracies like that. Like, is Mr. Beast the Skibbity toilet? I sure fucking hope so. That would make life so much more interesting if Mr. Beast was the Skibbity toilet.
And since we started doing the Batman stuff for D&D stuff, I keep going for comic stuff, and then I get random videos that are like, what if Batman was gay? And it's a guy like doing the YouTuber voice. What if Batman was gay? And then
number 15. What if Batman was gay?
And then he pulls up a comic where they actually did make him gay. And they're like, he is dating Harvey Dent, which is kind of weird because doesn't he hurt Harvey Dent?
That sounds like if they did that, that sounds like a form of insider trading that should be illegal. Oh, get it? Insider trading, butt sex. Haha. All right.
It's just goofy shit, man. Like, I get weird shit like that on Instagram Reels, or I go like nose first into football stuff, and then it gives me like soccer. It gives me Ronaldo because there's two separate footballs. I'm just like, why? I don't bother myself with Ronaldo and Messi, man. I swear. Like, I know the names, doesn't mean I care.
I remember one time I was in the gas station and I saw Messi on a bag of Lay's chips, and I was like, "Who the fuck is it? Put a fucking American on them goddamn potato chips right now. I don't want a foreigner."
Put Chris Rock on those fuckers.
Yeah, put fucking Chris Rock on those goddamn potato chips before I go crazy. I don't want to see some fucking weird soccer playing fucking foreigner on my fucking Lay's potato chips, okay, bro? You can't be doing that with all these fucking foreigners on my fucking Lay's chips.
You're slowly getting into that Steve Austin level of Southern hospitality, dog.
Yeah, it was like Steve Austin and Bam Margera. It was Steve Margera.
Margera.
Stone Cold Steve Margera.
Margera, but bald. That's the only difference. He just shaves his head.
Yo, dude, can I get a hell yeah?
Can I get a hell yeah, man?
Can I get a hell
That's
yeah?
all I want. This was where I bring my mom. I put water in her balloons. Wink, wink.
Yo, dude, this is Stone Cold Steve Margera today. Can I get a hell yeah today?
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah.
Choke slamming my mom through a phone cable, dude.
I'm gonna stab my dad 8 times and say it's Luigi.
Dude, look at Phil. Look at Phil. I totally split his spine in half, dude. With that suplex.
I put him through a table, man. This is crazy. I'm doing a lot of baseball cap guy voice here. When I don't mean to.
Baseball cap guy.
Hi, I'm baseball cap guy.
I love baseball.
It's such a old school reference now because we're almost 50 episodes apart from that introduction.
Know that one.
Hey guys, welcome back.
Dude, I gotta hold on. First of all, let me get this show and tell thing real quick.
Sorry. I was gonna mention a situation at Barnes and Noble that I ran across, but that's fine. Oh damn, he's trying to look so nice and fly and fresh and awesome for the podcast, for the video watchers. I almost said video listeners. That would be the most awkward shit ever.
Dress for the job you want. Dress for the job you want.
The shirt, I believe, says, "Sorry, I'm late. I was cranking my hog."
Yeah, dude. And it's got a cool skeleton on it, riding a fucking hog, dude. He's fucking... Yeah, that cool shit. But no, I was at the mechanic today, and I was fucking... waiting to be picked up because while my car was there, I couldn't necessarily drive it home.
Yeah.
And so there's this other guy in there. Seemed like he worked in accounting or something, and I was like, all right, whatever. So I'm fucking sitting there, I'm scrolling Instagram, and this guy, he's talking to the owner of the shop, and I'm minding my own business. He's about to leave. He's saying his goodbyes, and I'm on Instagram, and he's like, all of a sudden he's like, hey, I want you to have this book to me. And I'm like, okay, that's a weird way to say hello. But he gave me this book. He said it's a good Christian book. It's about it's about history. Fucking hell, dude, that lens flare is like Michael Bay.
The great
But he's like, yeah, it's
controversy.
about history and all this stuff about the United States. And I was like, okay, I like a good conspiracy. I didn't say that to him. But he just gave me this fucking book. And
I guess he wants you to open your third eye and learn all about the Illuminati and such.
Well, evidently he does, because I started doing research about what the great controversy is all about. And it is written by a woman, and the original writings she wrote it in 1885.
Oh my goodness.
And from what I can surmise from all this, what I put together is that the great controversy is Seventh-day Adventist Church propaganda.
Oh.
So my assumption is that this guy did not in fact work in accounting. This guy was a Seventh-day Adventist trying to get me to join the church. And you see, right outside of town, I drive past this fucking place 3 days a week. There is a Seventh-day Adventist church, right? The Ruby Ridge people, they were Seventh-day Adventists. So these people are essentially hardline Christians, but they're armed to the teeth with fucking guns.
Oh, that's sick. That reminds
me
of so many movie villains, dude.
Yeah, no, they're They're like the Far Cry 5 people, except they're not putting fucking LSD in the water or
Mm,
whatever.
mm.
But I was just kind of skimming the book and I got to like the fucking table of contents, right? And some of these chapter names are straight up death metal album
Oh,
titles.
that's
Like,
that's sick.
yeah, we have let's see here. We have The Origin of Evil, death
Mm.
metal album title. Agency of Evil Spirits, death metal album title. Snares of Satan, death metal album title. Um, Can Our Dead Speak
Oh
to
shit,
Us,
blue.
death metal song title. The Impending Conflict, thrash metal album title. Um, Desolation of the Earth,
Mm,
death metal album title.
mm.
Appendix,
I mean,
nothing.
that could be a
I just
band. That could be a
yeah,
band.
actually, yeah, that yes, metal band name. A Warning Rejected, thrash metal album title. Um, what was another one?
Mm, mm.
Uh, Progress of Reform in Germany. That's not an album title, but if it's if this
Could
was
be a
Nazi,
song title.
yeah, but if this was like Nazi propaganda, for example, that would be a chapter in the Nazi propaganda equivalent to this.
Mm.
An Era of Spiritual Darkness,
Ooh,
fucking black metal
ooh.
album title. But this, I don't know. I have not read this. I plan on reading it.
Mm.
We'll do our own book talk review on the show of
Ooh,
the Great
ooh.
Controversy.
Book
And
talk,
who knows?
book talk.
Maybe by the final page, I will be a Seventh Day Adventist.
Do we have to
Maybe it'll
do like
convince
that
me.
girl on Instagram Reels and like show our asses for 2 seconds at the start of the
Yeah,
video?
yeah. We'll have to spread our cheeks and show our assholes to our fucking webcams to get people to watch the shit.
I still can't believe that's that lady's selling point for her Instagram is my ass is fat. Also books.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
what a fucking horrible segue too. It's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna goon, and then it's like, oh fucking books, dude. Reading's fucking gay.
I just want
Why,
to
like
pause this
this is
reel
so.
forever, man. Why?
I don't want to hear about a gay fucking reading. What the fuck? But yeah, no, that was probably the strangest interaction I've had since I moved to this area.
Mm.
Was that fucking Seventh Day Adventist trying to
He,
recruit me to his
I,
church.
you could say it's an era, like how when the Creatures, the YouTube channel, went from house to house to office. Those were all separate eras.
Yeah. Are you comparing the Seventh Day Adventists to the Creatures YouTube channel?
No, I just heard you say era instead of area. So my brain was like, well, technically, if you move locations, technically it's a different era when you
Yeah,
look
I
at how
guess.
the Creatures have it
Yeah, it's
or
definitely a
had
different
it.
era of my life, not to get poetic like
Mm,
some kind
mm.
of fucking weirdo. Um, yeah, no.
I've
I would
been where
say,
I've been at for a while, so it's probably like 50-50 split now on or
yeah,
pretty close on how long I've been over here.
yeah,
So
dude.
it's pretty crazy. I moved over here like literally a decade ago, pretty much.
Yeah. I was at my therapy appointment today. I showed up an hour earlier than I was
Mm.
supposed to. I did not realize that it was at 4 o'clock instead of 3 o'clock, so I
Uh,
had to sit around for an hour. But in that time, I was like just sitting in the waiting room, like just dicking around on my phone, and I see this like Amish woman coming because I guess Amish people seek out therapy. A lot of people don't know this, but they go to therapy apparently.
mm. It's
And
probably just the fact that they have to deal with the idea that they cannot use electricity at a certain extent and all that. They have
no,
to mentally
I
get
think
around
it's
that. You know?
because there's a common practice in the Amish where they just beat the shit out of their kids when they don't fucking follow orders. But no, this Amish lady walked around the side of the corner saw me. I was in I was wearing a leather jacket and a fucking Slayer t-shirt, fucking looking metal and shit. And she walked over, looked at me, and walked right the fuck away, like I was like the spawn of Satan or something. And it's like, okay, I get it. I have red hair.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean I'm the fucking devil, okay?
Well, it's probably the heavy metal shirt. She probably thought it was like a satanic something or other. And she was like, yeah, fuck that. And ran off.
I have the Amish with like Satanism. To be completely honest, I've considered it because I think it might be kind of funny. Because what are they gonna do? Call the police? We have like First Amendment protects me. Doing that.
I guess there's so many groups of Amish, but I've only seen like maybe 4 Amish people in my life.
Really? Total?
Yeah.
Dude, I've seen fucking at least 50 of them today. Just today.
And were they all very kind and generous and everything? Or were they all like kind of stigmatismed to you?
I don't know. I didn't talk to any of them. I saw them riding their fucking carriage fucking down the road. But that one lady definitely thought I was the Antichrist or something.
Next time you should show up with horns on, just a spooker. That'd be crazy.
Yeah, I don't know, I'll be walking around or driving and I'll see like Amish kids because like they when they're not getting the shit beaten out of them and they're not home, like they're either at school or working in the fields, but in between that they're walking down busy roads basically waiting to get hit by cars, if we're being completely honest. But they're always very kind to me, the Amish kids. I don't know why. Maybe they think I'm cool.
I've been starting to get that vibe for like any sort of person of the opposite gender in a way.
Yeah.
Like in my age range too.
Yeah, the hoes.
Yeah, like strangely I think me like being better on myself has kind of made that more of a upstanding thing, which I like. I like that.
Yeah, girls can fucking sense like confidence and like stuff like that. Like it's like a pheromone to them. It's kind of interesting because I've noticed that too since I've got my shit together more, and I'm more like don't care about what other people think. And I feel like the Haas really like that.
Haas instead of hose.
Yeah, dude. That's the new like Gen Alpha way of saying the hose, the Haas.
I don't know if we are legally able to do the YN abbreviation on the podcast more than once or twice.
We can say YN, but we can't actually like we can't say what like we can't say the actual thing, you know.
I guess that would be our one roundabout way of saying the in part of YN.
Yeah. Yeah, no, them Amish YNs think I'm pretty fucking cool.
I just hope we don't use that abbreviation too much, but it does come to mind because now people are using that all the time too.
Yeah.
And it's really funny when people are like jaded about it and they're like, I don't understand what that means. I don't get it. And then they say it a couple times. What does it mean?
Like XQC Cinderella that you were talking
about
before the show or whatever.
Cutie Cinderella was on a podcast, I think. And she was like, what does YN mean?
Yes, no.
Yeah.
Dumb bitch.
She has like 2 brain cells. And then the black man next to her is like, you just technically said the N-word.
No, I that's not true.
That's literally the video I saw it from. And I was like, that's fucking sick. That's an awesome video.
You technically said the N-word.
And she's like, oh. She's like, delete that. She starts freaking out.
That's really funny.
The thing about Cutie Cinderella is that she's like crazy in some parts, you know.
Yeah.
And it's mostly just how her head is set up for things.
Yeah.
And when she says stuff like that, she starts freaking out and screaming like a little kid doing something wrong.
Really? She starts, what do the kids say? She starts tweaking.
Yeah, she starts yeeking out on the podcast to make them delete the clip of her saying Wyatt.
That's funny. She needs to just own it like Pokimane.
Dude,
Pokimane low-key kind of owned saying
honestly,
the N-word. She
yeah.
was like, yeah, I did. I don't know exactly what her response to that was, but I would imagine it was like, yeah, I did. What are you going to do about it? I'm hot. And I'm Turkish.
Well, the whole issue with how Pokimane presents herself is like an unbridled confidence, right?
Yeah.
Which is good to a point, but she makes it to the point where she has like a headscape about it, where no one is better than her and she can do no wrong and all this stuff. And then
I'm better than Pokimane.
And then she releases like vegan cookies that are not vegan and shit like that.
Yeah.
And it's like you were just as bad as like a Mr. Beast type person, dude.
Didn't those fucking things cost like $90?
Yeah. It was ridiculous on the pricing, too.
They cost $213.
Dude, they costed $3 cadillion.
Yeah, dude, 3K.
3 cadillion, dog. It was crazy.
$3 Brazilian is how much they cost.
I like how my default of talking shit is talking about streamers, but at the same time,
they're an easy target.
Yeah, like they make themselves known at all times because they stream at all times, you know?
Yeah.
It'd be different if it was like a once a month streamer, because then it probably would be a actual drama that they would latch on to of us talking shit about them, you know?
Yeah. It'd be
Which
funny
would
to
be
take...
nice for the pod, but I'm not saying it needs to be that way.
It would be funny if boomers took a stance on streamers and they were all like, streamers, I remember when streamers were for birthday parties.
Streamers, I remember when streaming meant I was peeing off the side of the cliff.
I remember when streaming meant that I was pissing in the urinal at old Jim's bar back in the day.
Streaming, it's like YouTubing. YouTubing, it's like German submarines. You know, it's a U-boat. U-boat.
I remember when the tube. We called the TV the tube. Now they got YouTube. Wasn't the TV always for us, for you? How did this even work now?
Is the tube in you? How do I know this? How can I get in there?
I remember when I had cancer back in 1982. I remember when the tube was something that went inside my stomach.
You can see the scar still, and it's just a YouTube logo as a scar.
Yeah.
And then there's a Kick with Trainwrecks TV and gambling. And
see, what's this Kick nonsense they talking about? I remember when Kick was so we do to the dog when it was barking back in the day.
I remember Kick as when Bobby wouldn't pay off his $20 debt every week. I would kick the fuck out of him.
We kicked him up the street. We kicked him down the street. We kicked him across the street, that Bobby boy.
His bones broke. There was nothing left. Also, to date this yet again, that is like my fun phrase, is to say to date the podcast in a way, right?
Yeah.
But yesterday was the Game Awards.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I was busy the entire day until the Game of the Year. Call of Duty. I think Call of Duty got noms, like nominations. I think Fortnite got noms too, but no win.
Okay, well, waste of a Game Awards if you ask me.
It was because the Game of the Year was a technically you could say it's a tech demo for the PlayStation 5.
What was it? Was it like two penises kissing the video game or some shit?
It was Astrobot, a robot platformer that runs on the PlayStation 5 only.
That sounds like it fucking sucks.
It was actually pretty nice looking, but there was also like Black Myth Wukong, where you play as Monkey Man.
Black people Wukong.
You play as Monkey Man. And there was...
Oh shit! That was a bad joke then.
Yeah,
oh shit!
Yeah,
let's run that one back.
You're in trouble.
Let's
now.
run. Yeah, let's run that one back. I didn't realize that's what that was.
And then there's Balatro, which is poker, but pretty much just dopamine rush, because you can change the cards and the effects the cards do and shit like that, and it becomes highly addictive very quick. It would probably get rid of your Zen addiction if you have one.
I mean, I do have one.
You're like, I got a pouch in right now. You just lift up your lip.
I quite literally do have a pouch right now. I put it in on the shelf while we were recording.
Hell yeah. But yeah, Balatro should have won, in my opinion, because it's a fucking gambling game. And it's literally just, let me open up card pack number 7 like it's a Pokemon card unboxing and see if I can get a power up. That's literally the whole game.
It's like Yu-Gi-Oh! Poker or something.
I just wanted funny card gambling game to win, and instead it was fucking Astrobot. More like Astro with 2 S's, bot.
More like suck my ass, bot. That was really funny.
Yeah, you're getting there, man. It's just, I don't know. This year of games has been really, really, really limited. And for no good reason, this Astrobot game won. And that disappointed me quite a lot. I still support the Balatro guy because Balatro is really addictive and fun looking. Yeah. And I don't see the same thing with Astrobot.
I don't know. The fact a platformer won Game of the Year is like, dude, come on. It's not fucking 1989 anymore.
Yeah.
Right? We're kind of past platformers.
It's not Mario. So therefore it's lame and gay and ass.
Yeah, Super Mario. I hate when people call it Mario. That makes me want to fucking... Makes me violent.
It's like when I used to say Saints Row instead of Saints Row.
Yeah. Yeah, Saints Row. More like...
Saints Blow.
Yeah. Blow?
Yeah.
Like a game about you're a closeted homosexual black man.
Ooh.
You're a gangster, right? Because the game's about gang shit.
Yeah.
And the goal is to blow enough people on the DL, and that's how you win the game. And the goal is you have to the final boss for the game is Bill Clinton. You have to convince him to let you suck his penis on the DL. Or he's the president.
Or Saints Below is about cocaine dealing. And every other 6 missions, somebody throws cocaine in your face and makes you high for the mission. Yeah.
I don't know. I kind of like the blowjob route. I think
you don't like the cocaine one? It'd be more realistic, man.
I mean, I feel like it's a video game. It doesn't have to be realistic for one.
True.
For two, I feel like with the gang culture, surrounding Saints Blow, that it would be a bit more controversial if you did the blowjob thing instead of the cocaine thing. Because I know gangs believe that. I don't know if you heard about this. Gangs deal drugs, right?
Yeah.
So
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. However, they don't deal in sucking Bill Clinton's penis.
Mm-hmm. That would
So
be
that's kind of my angle I'm
that would be
taking.
the lady when he got close to impeachment.
Yeah, you have to dress up. Yeah, you're a black man. You have to dress up as a woman. You're like, I'm I'm Monalika Lewinsky over here. Yeah, my name Monalika. Hey, Bill Clinton, bring your white ass over here.
Show me
Let me
that
kiss
shit.
that thing.
Show me that shit,
Hey,
you YN.
that a Glock in your pocket? You just happy to see me, Bill Clinton?
Hell
Shit.
yeah. This podcast, man, I'm technically going to keep all the YNs in because YN is not the full word. So
It could mean anything.
I know
It could mean anything.
back in the day there was an animation this guy did where he was parodying Grand Theft Auto Online when it first came out. And there was this like weird French guy in a pig mask, and he's like, I slowly unfurl your bra. Y or Ian?
I just got to make an observation here. A French guy wearing a pig mask
Yeah.
couldn't be closer to the truth. I mean, let's be honest here.
RP is the goofiest shit now too, because every single popular RP person is like losing all traction. It's really fucking sad. There's Space Boy, and that's about it at this point.
Yeah. James Randall is carrying the entirety of GTA RP streamers on his decrepit back.
Decrepit? I know he's old, but I don't think he's like a fucking creepypasta monster, dog. What are you doing?
I've seen enough James Randall clips to know that he is in fact a creepypasta monster in his own regard.
You start like a campaign to call him a creepypasta and put him in the creepypasta wiki.
Yeah.
He needs to be in there. I swear, he's so scary.
Imagine like
Slender, but it's creepypasta James Randall.
Yeah, it's like James Randall, the Lost episode.
What would be really nice is if oh, actually, did you hear that the Spider-Man Sony verse with Venom and Madam Web and Morbius
and Black Spider-Man
for the most part is dead. They officially canned everything Sony Spider-Man universe as of like yesterday.
It's kind of whack. I feel like people like those games.
Outside of Spider-Verse 3, everything else they were planning, they canned. So there's that. After Kraven the Hunter, which came out today, there is no longer a Sony Spider-Man universe.
Damn. I mean, personally, I don't care. I've never played those games in my life.
They're movies, but still.
Oh, the movies. Well, still, I don't watch Marvel movies, so like.
Yeah. It's just one less universe to keep track of at this point.
I don't know. If I had to pick a Marvel superhero I liked, it would probably be Spider-Man. I think he's my favorite.
Do you say it with or without the hyphen?
Without.
It's spelled with a hyphen. Did you know that?
Yeah. Well, I had like a Spider-Man bed set when I was a kid, and I'm thinking about it, and yeah, it does have a hyphen, doesn't it?
Yeah. I think he's like one of the only superheroes to have a hyphen in his name.
Yeah, that's a. Why does he have a fucking hyphen?
Well, he's part spider, part man. He got bit by a spider, so he's spider-man. It'd be like if Batman got bit by a bat, he would be bat-man.
Okay, all right. I guess that makes some level of sense to me now that it's explained. See, I'm glad I have you, a Marvel-centric type of person, to be able to explain this, because the first thing that came to my mind was Superman doesn't have a hyphen. Like,
Super-man? That'd be the fucking worst name ever.
He's part super,
he's part super. and you know, for Batman, he looks like a bat, but he was not bit by a bat, so he's just Batman. Same thing with Catwoman. Catwoman looks like a cat with how the hat is set up, like the gear she has on her head, and she moves around like a cat, but she was not bit by a cat.
Yeah.
That's there's good logic there, I think, for Spider-Man.
Yeah. Aquaman, he's not part aqua, he just does fish stuff.
Yeah. He likes talking to fish and maybe a little extra.
Yeah, he listens to the band Fish.
Yeah. Shazam, he says Shazam, and then he becomes Shazam.
Yeah,
which is the
cringiest
that guy's
name was
one.
Captain Marvel.
They had to get rid of that because of Captain Marvel in Marvel comics.
There's 2 Captain Marvels?
Yeah, there's a Captain Marvel where it's Brie Larson, and then there's Captain Marvel where it's the guy for Shazam.
That's fucking cooked.
Yeah, it kind of is. But the only reason they called that guy Captain Marvel is because they kept on copying each other. And then DC was like, fuck it, we're calling this guy Captain Marvel.
Yeah, the Marvel had a guy, they're like, well, fuck you's Captain DC. How about that?
They should have. They should have had like the cringiest guy in the universe named Dr. DC. And then
I think
Dr. Octopus was not bit by an octopus. He just has extra legs.
Yeah, Dr. Octopus.
That would go hard, actually, if he got stung by a jellyfish and it like killed his leg function, and then he put on robot legs. That would actually go kind of hard.
Yeah. Fuck, I had something funny to say and I forgot it. I think I'm gonna fucking break this and slit my throat with it.
Dude, don't. You're fine, man. You're fine.
No, it's over. I ruined the show.
No.
By forgetting that joke. I ruined it.
You know what ruins a show?
What ruins a show? You tell me, because I have a very good thought of what ruins a show, and I think I just did it.
It's something on Fish Tank that I'm going to reference here.
Yeah.
It's when you're in an RV trip with spotty connection for 4 days or so.
Yeah.
That's what kills the show, man.
They should end a movie like that.
Spotty road trip adventure.
Yeah, imagine if Wolverine Deadpool movie, that was the final hour of the movie.
You said it in the worst fucking way ever. That was awesome. Wolverine Deadpool movie. They get done killing or stopping the plot of that lady, Professor X, and then
Professor Sex.
Yeah. And then they get back into that station wagon they fought in, and they just like drive off into the sunset for like 30 minutes of screen time. And
the movie cuts out for like 3 hours.
Yeah, the movie cuts out every like 5 minutes and then comes back. That'd be sick.
Yeah, no, Fish Tank is over.
They should do Fear and Loathing 2 that way, dude. That'd be so cool.
Fear and Loathing in a fucking RV that smells like diarrhea instead of Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas.
They should keep airsoft in that movie.
Yeah. Fish Tank did end too. That's kind of crazy. I thought the ending was pretty kino.
I did like ditching Bert in the desert.
Yeah.
That was pretty funny.
Yeah, the Breaking Bad ending. That was pretty sick.
But they probably ended cameras and drove back and picked him up and then dropped him off where he needed to go.
Yeah, well, they did. Because Bert is now on a self-betterment journey. He's quitting the gay sex work. He's trying to reinvent himself as Bert Bronx. And yeah, I don't know. They had him on an episode of Painkiller already.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it yet because I don't think it's on YouTube. But I'm waiting with bated breath for it to be uploaded because I really want to hear what good old Daddy Bert has to say.
I really hope Bert is still confused as hell and he's like, "What am I here for? What are we doing?"
Definitely not.
For another hour.
But there is a guarantee from the clip that I saw from the PKA episode. There is a guarantee that he will be coming back to Fish Tank to do stuff.
He's a part of season 4.5.
I really hope he is.
They
I think
should
that it would
do
be a lot of fun.
4.5. They should do every 2.5-ish seasons. Have a half season in there.
Yeah, that would be cool. I think they'll do it if it's profitable. That's the main thing.
They were saying Blood Games was like barely profitable, right?
Yeah.
But honestly, since everybody that was like donating for season 3, all the TTS was like, "Oh, Blood Games was so good. Blood Games was so good."
It was.
So I hope they go back to it in some shape or form.
Yeah, I would like another Blood Games season, I think.
You know, be fucking crazy.
What would be crazy? Please tell me.
A Smosh Games collab. And they bring back Smosh Summer Games with Fish Tank. That would go hard.
Smosh Games.
That would go hard, dude.
I only
having
watched
Ian Hecox right next to Sam Hyde. That'd be fucking crazy.
Happen. That would never happen.
That'd be so fucking cool, dude.
Sam Hyde is right now. Sam Hyde is there's a lot of people with like military oriented YouTube channels, like people that like watch the Sean Ryan podcast, you know, and because it's an older clip from the Perfect Guy Life podcast, which is like Sam's podcast that he does with Nick Rochefort, and there's a clip of him talking shit about this like Navy SEAL guy who's like probably lying about some of the shit he's saying, and Sam Hyde's like calling him out on it. So now you have like these other military oriented influencers, like these veteran influencers, and they're agreeing with him because he's bringing up really good points about this fucking, the guy's name is like Shrek McPhee. That's not his, like, Shrek isn't his birth name, but that's just what they call him.
Is he Scottish?
I have no idea. I think it's just because he kind of looks like Shrek, which I think he does. But I just think it's funny how Sam Hyde will, you know, he'll be chilling in his fan base, then randomly some shit will happen, and all of a sudden there's people from like another spot in the internet, like just like, holy shit, who the fuck is this guy? And like they have to travel down a rabbit hole. The deep Sam Hyde rabbit hole. It's pretty interesting.
Crazy too.
What?
If people started sharing Sam Hyde clips to Kai Cenat, and Kai learns who Sam is in Fish Tank and all that shit, and then they have a weird ass collab where it's like half Fish Tank, half normal stream.
I think a Sam Hyde Kai Cenat collab might be one of the craziest things I've ever seen. Not because they're going to do anything crazy, just because it would be very jarring watching those two interact on camera.
Well, at this point, Kai can get anybody on. So if he can get Sam on, like, holy shit. If he gets, like, little-known YouTuber 4 that started, like, 6 years ago and has barely any traction, holy shit, you know?
Well, he could get Sam Hyde on his stream. It's a matter of whether or not he want to. I think that's the main question.
That needs to be the main push for, like, Fish Take fans. Is to just flock into Kai's chat and go, search up Sam Hyde every stream.
I would imagine he probably knows who Sam Hyde is at this point.
I don't know, man. He didn't know who like half of the celebrities that were turning up to his house were for a while.
Yeah, he had Zach Wilde, the guitar player.
Yeah.
Which I opened up Instagram, and that was I was quite literally the first thing I saw opening up Instagram, and it was fucking Zach Wilde shredding it on a Kai Cenat stream, and I'm like, what reality am I fucking living in?
He needs to get more pro wrestlers like John Cena on the stream of his.
Yeah, well, like Zach Wilde, he played with Ozzy Osbourne. Yeah. He's like Ozzy Osbourne's second most favored guitar player by like fans of his. Like, and it just like, and he's on the Kai Cenat stream.
Maybe they
like,
should.
He might as well have had James Hetfield of Metallica on the stream. You know,
they should have had Megadeth Classic in there too. A few Megadeth guys.
Yeah, if he had Marty Friedman on the fucking stream instead of Zach Wilde, I would be even more bewildered. Bewildered is the perfect word to describe how jarring it was to see fucking Zach Wilde playing guitar on fucking Kai Cenat's stream. That was insane.
You know what I would really appreciate for a Kai Cenat stream?
These nuts in your mouth. Oh, got him.
If he put Germa on his stream.
Yeah.
Because
that'd be interesting.
Because that's a meeting of the minds similar to Destiny and Adam Friedland on the Adam Friedland show.
Yeah.
I still can't believe Destiny was like, hey, so you're emotional. Does that mean you're woman to man transgender? And I was like, what are you talking about, Destiny?
That was a good joke by him.
It was really out of pocket, but I was just like, oh. I mean, if you think that way, dude, like, Jesus.
Yeah, I thought that it was funny when he said that. I thought that was really funny.
Yeah, a lot of people were getting critical about Destiny 2. But honestly, that guy's been through so much bullshit in the past few years, and then leaks of him hanging out with Nick Fuentes come through, and it's like, you know, like, I still think he's a fine guy, but his reputation's kind of shaky again.
His reputation has been shaky for a very long time, I will say that much. But I will say that when it comes to left-wing shills, he's probably my favorite left-wing shill, if I'm being honest. He knows about guns and stuff, and that's more than most
he's
like,
way
annoying
cooler
left-wingers
than Bausch or whatever the hell that guy's name is.
Yeah, he's cooler than, like, all of them.
Yeah. I just know, like, there's so many people that talk about politics on live streams now.
Yeah.
And for Destiny to be around that for, like, a decade now is kind of crazy.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of interesting because I kind of forgot until I watched that Adam Friedland show episode that he was like one of the first, if not the first person to like make money streaming video games,
Mm-hmm.
like ever.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's very insane to me.
He's been around for a long time.
Yes, he has.
And he used to have a podcast with Trihex on, well, I guess it would just be a show. But then it came out that Destiny said the N-word in DMs a bunch.
That's pretty
And then Trihex was like, I'm not talking to this dude ever again.
Yeah, it's shit like that where I'm like, yeah, Destiny's pretty cool. Says the N-word and stuff.
He's just a interesting fellow, so it's fun to bring up.
He has a podcast now. I forget what it's called, but it's actually pretty good. I like the podcast he does. I will say I'm a legitimate fan of.
Mm-hmm.
He's just had people on that I feel like most YouTuber podcasts wouldn't think to have on their show.
What's funny is that I bring up Cutie Cinderella like almost every other pod, right? And whenever she's brought up on Destiny stuff, she's always getting made fun of. Destiny's always like, this fucking girl again, and then he scrolls by it. It's the funniest shit. Well, I think that wraps up the podcast for this week. Episode 48 of Northwest Trenches. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you guys next time.
Yeah, have a good one, boys. Remember, get yourself a copy of The Great Controversy.
Mm-hmm. We definitely need more like-minded individuals. Wink, wink.
Yeah, dude, we need more Seventh-day Adventists on this show.
Upper crop bottles of our store.